All right, follow us at the Lost Contact, the Lost Cock's Ass. Yeah, just Google the Lost Cock's Ass. It'll work out well.
Please do not associate that with me, everyone.
So when you're Googling it, you need to type in Wesley Lost Cock's Ass. You're going to get everything that you're looking for, all the world's best podcasts. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been another episode of Fillmore's Crossing. I love you all.
Content warning. This series contains all manner of edgelord content. It's all meant to be humorous comedy, and none of it is a slight against others. But nevertheless, this is your warning that the Remembering Wesley episodes contain strong language, sex jokes, racial slurs, weight jokes, gender jokes, religious jokes, and on and on and on. Mature audiences only, viewer discretion advised, blah blah, you know the deal.
Hey, Marge.
Oh, hi, Richard.
Shopping for Christmas presents?
Yeah, I like to get my Christmas shopping done early.
I never know what toys my kids will want. Are they still into Legos? Do they play with action figures? Honestly, it seems like most kids these days are only interested in electronics. I'm looking for something to get them off the TV.
Believe me, I'm all for getting kids off.
Pardon?
Off the electronics. Sorry, I started looking at these action figures. Have you ever seen these before?
Lost Context Heroes. No.
It says they can talk if you press the button.
Chris Riley. Let's see what he says.
It's meta, too, because the dude in the movie is jerking it to watch it, thinking about her coming out of the pool with her top off.
What was that?
That didn't sound very wholesome. Press that one.
This one is named Tim Demuse.
Brian, you can't just say vibrator and think that it's a joke. That's not a joke. It's just a word.
Did he say what I think he said?
What are these toys doing in the kids section?
This one is BirdLife Botswana.
Everything's been sperm. Damn it. Burger King reminds me of jizz.
I'm going to find an associate. This is unbelievable. Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes?
What are these toys doing in the children's aisle? They have explicit adult audio phrases.
Oh, Lost Context. That's the new big thing. Kids love it. It's full of racism, sexism, scatological comedy, and porn talk.
How can you get away with selling these to kids? This is outrageous.
Oh, it's fine, sir. The box says ages 8 to 14. Perhaps you should check out the show yourself?
These are on television?
No, it's an internet podcast. I have it here on my phone. I'll drop you in right now without context into the Lost Context podcast.
Welcome one and all to the Remembering Wesley series. If you're new and lacking in context, our friend Wesley played the role of Igmit in our Fillmore's Crossing D&D campaign. After that time, tragically, he passed away at the beginning of 2020. Honestly, the timing wasn't too terrible given that the world went to shit in 2020. But sadly, Wesley passed away very young. He was only 24 when he died January 28th of 2020. The general overview was that Wesley was a big boy physically. He was large, and he had a high voice, and he looked like, imagine Jackie Gleason with a baby face. That was basically Wesley. He was a member of the LDS Church, he operated a ranch with his mother, and he loved Dr. Pepper. We're going to get into all the aspects about him and reflect on our time with him, because we knew him for quite some time before the TTRPG podcast ever started. But for today's episode, mostly we're going to reflect on Wesley's voice. Wesley had a uniquely high voice, and the first time we ever heard his actual natural voice, it startled us, to say the least. And I want you to put yourself in our shoes and picture this. Okay, I mentioned that you got a guy that's, upwards of around 300 pounds probably. He looks like Jackie Gleason with his nice kind of 1950s hairstyle, full head of hair. He's got these nerdy glasses. He's got a round kind of young baby face. And so you see these pictures, you don't quite know what he sounds like. Probably just kind of a nerdy guy, I don't know. But then one day in a Facebook chat, Wesley posted this one soundbite.
Tony, what the hell do you know about Ebonics?
And that was it. That was all we had. That's all we ever heard of Wesley's voice, and it was him doing this kind of, I don't know, black character. So anyway, we started our Edgelord Chat podcast, and he decided he wanted to be one of the hosts with us. So we were just trying to get the ball rolling. We hadn't officially started anything. This was basically what you would call the episode 0. We were trying to get a feel for things. So none of us were really recording ourselves. In fact, throughout this podcast, a lot of us never recorded ourselves. It was all shitty audio. But in this episode 0, we'd been talking for, I don't know, an hour or two. And then Wesley joined the chat. And this was the first time we'd ever heard his authentic, genuine, real voice. And this is how it went.
What kind of stuff do you deliver?
Well, I work for a hay farm, so for about half the year, like, we'll transport hay to places in like the south or like sometimes out west and everything. And then like there's like certain factories and
it's like the lamest thing you could do as a trucker.
No, it sounds like it, but man, like I would much rather do that than like have to haul like fucking explosives or like some chemicals to where you have to fucking stop at every single way station and fill out some paperwork and everything, telling them that you're going through their state with some fucking dangerous shit. And but yeah, like having a steady haul that you don't have to worry about or think about is like the best. You wish for that kind of stuff. Yeah.
You don't want to be driving with a hot load,
No. And then like the other stuff is just general freight that we'll just like pick up, and stuff. Like sometimes I'll haul beer, sometimes I'll haul like right now I got these conveyor systems that are going to like Amazon and FedEx and shit like that.
Oh.
Can y'all hear me?
We can.
This is Wes.
What's up, dog? This is
Howdy.
Hey, how are you guys?
good.
We're doing great.
I need to get this Audacity working. I have it downloaded, but I've never used it before, to be honest.
Your voice is everything I've dreamt of.
Very different than my deep voice, that's for sure.
Yes.
Tony, what the hell do you know about Ebonics?
What are y'all crackers talking about?
That's pretty big change.
Yeah, it really is.
I haven't heard
Yeah,
that before.
puberty kind of failed on me.
I actually thought you were trolling us for a second. Is that your real voice?
No, this is my voice. Swear to God.
You could have totally just messed with my head right now.
That's funny.
It's fucked up,
so-
Brian. You think his voice is a joke?
Well, I thought
I mean-
that Oliver's voice was a joke too.
Really?
What does he sound?
I still haven't heard his voice. He always like says like, "Oh, here's my voice," and then puts a clip of like Margaret Thatcher talking or some bullshit English crap.
So Wesley, you're not recording yourself yet?
Not yet. Just a moment. I have Audacity open, and do I just hit the record the red dot? Is that it?
Well, if it works, you'll see the waves happening as it records when you're talking.
Okay,
if that
I
makes sense.
appear to be recording now. Sorry to mess things up.
And it's not
waveform?
producing waveform when we're talking, right? Just you.
Yes, just me.
Perfect.
One of the guys in our group was named Tony, and he was this black guy from California. And as we'll get into later in this series, Wesley had a fascination with black people because he did not grow up with them. He lived in Utah with all white people. And so he was interested in their culture, their names, their behaviors, all kinds of things, because he didn't know anything about them. And he was a very curious fellow. Not just of black people, but of Asians, of all kinds of cultures. And so he was excited that we had this black friend named Tony. Wesley had actually had discussions with Tony of going and visiting him in California. And finally we got Tony on the podcast. we were all just chatting about video games and stuff, and Wesley spoke up mid-episode because he often didn't talk when there was a bunch of other people in the chat. And so I don't know if this was Tony's first time hearing Wesley's natural voice, but it was his first time commenting on it. So in this clip, we're going to hear what Tony has to say about Wesley's voice. Also, for a bit of awful context, our friend Alex was pretty well known for joining the recording streams and peeing on microphone, and also promoting his stupid, terrible talk show. And in this clip, also, Wesley's wife, Jennifer, gets referenced, but we'll visit that part of his life in a later episode.
I like Cyberpunk.
We hadn't talked about that yet.
I thought Cyberpunk looked really trendy. Looks like it'll be hot.
Yeah, they nailed the aesthetic. Looks
They nailed it.
I haven't really been following it because I just think that it's like sounds too good to be true. If it is what they've said that it's going to be.
Honestly, man, like if it just does what The Witcher did, but with a futuristic spin on it, I'll be happy. But the thing that I'm worried about is going to be the combat. Because, like, in The Witcher, it was fine, but definitely not, you know, it's not up to snuff with, say, like a From Software game or, like, have you ever played Kingdoms of Amalur or, you know, just some of your action RPGs that The Witcher didn't quite live up to until they got some patches in. And I worry that now they're moving on to gunplay. And look at what happened with Fallout when Bethesda decided that they were going to move on from Oblivion to try and do something with guns, and the gunplay was atrocious in Fallout 3. Like, awful. And that is my biggest worry, is that this studio that has solely only done medieval fantasy is now going to start trying to do all of these crazy, you know, rocket launchers and machine guns and pistols and stuff. And unless it ends up being some sort of a weird turn-based system, it might be wonky.
So do you know if the studio has changed up their staff at all? I mean, are they bringing in anyone that would know a little bit more about this, or are they going to make it their completely own unique thing?
So here's the funniest thing about fucking CD Projekt Red. So they are...
Tim.
What up?
Second. Wesley, you sound so fucking cute and adorable, bro.
I'm new to the gaming world. I really just got into it last year, so...
I'm not talking about gaming, dude. I'm talking about your voice. If I get you out here, you're going to be my little cuddle bunny.
Tony, no. Oh, my hell.
Wesley, you would be very popular in prison.
I'm soft.
I want to say something about that. Over the weekend, my whole family came over, and so my brother-in-law and my brother and I we were just playing video games late at night, and we popped in.
We were just having a bunch of prison sex.
Well, you're not far off. we decided to try out A Way Out, and if you don't know, it's basically Prison Break video game, and so. The opening scene is these guys riding in their car, the truck going to prison, and so you're two different people. It's a co-op game. One guy's up in the prison wall, you know, with all of his mates and stuff, and they're saying, you know, fresh fish. This dude's coming in on the truck. They march him into the thing, and then it's split screen. So his side of the story is he goes and he has to get the hose, and so they're washing him down, and it's just like butt in your face, and so we thought it was a cutscene, so we're just kind of waiting for this to end. We're all three of us dudes are just sitting there looking at this dude's bare ass, like for
EA and chill, am I right? EA and chill.
3 to 5 minutes, just like, when is this gonna end? And like suddenly I started walking around and I realized I could go into a new area and I had story on my end to complete. And they were like, "It's like you're holding us up. You're making us watch this naked man get hosed."
Oh.
So that was the awkward moment.
Is Shawshank Redemption? I hope.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we.
Okay. I'm absolutely the guy that is beaten to death on the first night. You know, when Andy gets there to prison, and the guy dies. That's me. I would.
That
not
is definitely
survive.
not you, Wesley. You are the guy that gets to live to a ripe old age, getting raped every evening.
Yeah, you'll be protected, man. You'll be so protected.
Oh yeah, Wesley.
Be the whore in there. Oh, that's worse.
Oh no, you'd be a one-man dude. Unless your dude gets shanked.
Okay.
And then you get a new dude.
Then you get a new dude.
Monogamous, at least.
Usually the guy who
Yes,
shanked
sir.
your previous dude.
Yes, and he'll let you know his name is Carl and he loves you very much.
Honestly, if you think about it, prison's got a pretty good system. I go kill your husband, I get the wife. Like, sounds pretty. That's how it should be.
Like the old days. The good old
I
days.
mean, maybe not like all the old days, because then I wouldn't be on the podcast. It's fucking.
Yeah, dude,
6
I'm gonna
p.m.
kill the shit out of Blake Lively.
It's 6 p.m. here on the West Coast, man. They'd be like, "Okay, you're halfway into your workday."
And you all know that I'm gonna go kill Greg Miller.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. if that became law, I'd be like, put an APB out on Greg.
The only reason that Tony is doing it, though, is so that he can take Genevieve before you can, Brian. So then he would be your final boss that you have to reach in order to attain your goal.
He already tried to do that with Sam from the Gromp.
Wait, Brian, say her name. Say her name.
I don't know how to say it. Sam.
It's Genevieve. Good Lord.
Good Lord.
Oh, say that name?
You know what, Hercules Mulligan? Nobody asked you.
Alex is here. Get him out before he pisses on something.
Ah, shit.
I invited Alex, thank you very much. We need a good urination on stream.
On stream.
The minority episode.
Look at the quotas that I'm hitting. I've got the palest of the pale. I've got, a shade darker than white people. I've got a Jewish guy.
This is like a fucking United Nations.
And a guy from the
Right.
IRA.
And a guy from the IRA. Well, I was saying he was the guy that's whiter than white.
Oh, I thought you were talking about
You haven't
Tony.
seen me with my shirt off.
I thought you meant Wesley.
I thought we meant Wesley.
Wesley is our lesbian.
Oh.
Definitely.
Hmm.
There are worse things to be than a lesbian. So you're in good shape, Wes.
That's true. I could still be with Jennifer if I was a lesbian. So, with that.
I thought you told me that Jennifer was really big into Mormon ideals. Wouldn't she leave you because of your sinful nature?
Well, I'd have to change her. I'd have to.
You'd
make
have to
her
convert
want
her
me.
and make her a lesbian as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wesley.
Dude, we're talking about Wesley here. There's no converting. That's all drugs, man.
Wesley, you should be a gay guy and then let her convert you.
What?
What?
Well,
Wait.
LDS is
So
fine
what
with,
is he-
with gay men, or
So-
gay dudes, because you get more men.
So when you say be a gay dude, like, how serious are we making this?
I'm just saying, then she's virtuous instead of becoming the son of a bitch.
He's gonna dip out right after this too. You know it.
Oh my god.
As soon as he joined, like this whole time that he's been with us, he's been trying to like force it out. He's like, I can't go under pressure.
I'd just like to say, I'm going to leave, but if any of you would like to check out the AI podcast.
All right, get him out of here. I'm bet. Server mute.
The AI piss cast, ladies and gentlemen.
This is a sketch some of you've probably heard before, but we did this beginning of the end script, and we tried to do it as different characters. And Wesley ended up doing his Ebonics voice. Honestly, looking back, I think it was probably good for us to do these silly sketches initially, because it may have given Wesley enough confidence to do Fillmore's Crossing later.
We're gonna get busted for this content.
Holy shit.
Telling you what.
Pete Burns was also a celebrity Big Brother UK. He was on there with Dennis
What
Rodman.
the fuck are you talking about, Lozano? What was that jumble of words there? Holy shit, did you have a fucking seizure when a UK Big Brother Lozano? Well, I hate it when that happens.
First of all, I brought up Meat Spin, and the song in Meat Spin was Spin Me Right Round, sung by Pete Burns' band, and then that reminded me of Big Brother UK. And then Dennis Rodman was also on that show. So
You really ruined a good rant.
Mm-hmm.
Just explained the shit out of it and just kind of...
Exactly. It's
Can we
anti-humor.
just... Can we... It's not anti-humor. It's just no humor involved at all. Just a bunch of motherfuckers listening to us going, man, this really fucking sucks. Glad I get these
I mean, if there's
money.
one rule of comedy, it's that people loved having things explained to them. I mean, like, don't you?
But it wasn't a fucking joke in the first place, though.
Listen, this episode is such a trash show that I think we should just do this scene. And we should give Chris Riley 0 time to practice his accent.
Oh, great.
Who did this? Who did this?
Because fuck this episode. This sucks.
So, who... Alright. Which character am I playing, and then, like,
You're
which voice do you want me to do?
I want you
You're
to...
definitely Danny McBride.
Yeah, I don't want you to be Danny McBride.
I'm Danny McBride, okay. And then which voice do you want?
What you got?
I don't know, like, I got,
I don't want Christopher Walken. That's... I like
No,
the
I
idea of
can't do that,
Jimmy Stewart is interesting.
Jimmy Stewart, alright.
But do people know who Jimmy Stewart is besides us elitists?
Not anymore. And
maybe
frankly,
Dennis?
the other two that I had, like, you know, were either going to be Sean Connery, which I'm really bad at, or Michael Caine, which I'm pretty bad at.
I want to hear Michael Caine.
Well, there is one Seth Rogen as well. So who's going to be Seth Rogen?
Wesley.
Cool.
Okay. Who did this? Whom did this?
Did what? What are you talking about?
I changed my mind.
Sounded like Seth Rogen.
I changed
No,
my
that
mind.
did not. No, that did not.
I changed my mind. I want Wesley to be James Franco.
Perfect.
Oh my god, you want Wesley to have the most
I can't
lines.
do a James Franco voice.
Nope, you're not doing a James
We'll do
Franco.
that.
No, you
voice.
do that voice, yeah.
You gotta come up with your own deal.
I don't know what voice to come up with.
Hurry up and just do the same one you just did.
Okay.
Who did this? Who did this?
Did what? What are you talking about?
Wait, you're not. This is such a
I'm
disaster.
Seth Rogen now.
No, Chris is Seth. Oh, I was reading the right.
This is Danny
I'm Danny
McBride,
McBride.
you jackass.
I didn't know we'd started over.
We were running just fine with the improv group, and then the director had to step in and be like, I think I have an opinion about how you should read that line.
All right, go.
I have one fucking line, Brian. Let me read it. Okay. God damn it.
All right.
You motherfucker. This was my idea, and you're casting it now, being a motherfucking shit, naysaying on my shit. No, it's cool. No, hey, no, yeah. Oh, yeah, you want to say take something?
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah?
Yeah.
Which take are we on?
25.
Director Brian.
It's not that serious.
Take
I'm
25
fucking
from the
around,
top.
Lozano, chill.
And action.
Who did this? Who did this?
Did what? What are you talking about?
Jizz all over the pages of this nice magazine I was nice enough to tell you about. What, was it you, Seth?
It was me, Franco. I made jizz in your magazine.
Why?
When I fucking jack off long enough, I can't even fucking get it right. I end up jizzing, dude. I'm assuming the same shit works for you, right?
Real fucking smart answer. Why don't you fucking aim, huh?
I have a pretty particularly explosive ejaculate, see, and it goes everywhere. It's like a fucking wild fireman's hose. You just gotta grab on and pray to God it doesn't get you in the eyes or your mouth.
What the fuck kind of jerking off is that? What? You never had any brothers? You never learned to jizz in a fucking sock or in a tissue?
No, I don't have any brothers. I was raised in a house of women.
I highly doubt they fucking taught you to fucking close your eyes and fucking come wherever the fuck you want.
I mean, getting all worked up over a fucking porno mag. I mean, who has goddamn porno mags anymore? I mean, welcome to the 21st century, Buck Rogers.
Wesley sounds like Bubbles.
You designed a house with fucking iPads in the walls, and you're jerking your dick like a goddamn pilgrim.
That's right, man. I like to fucking read.
I hate y'all.
You think it's the only thing I jerk off on in here? I've been dropping loads all around this fucking house like a goddamn dump truck.
You don't come on my stuff.
I'll come wherever the fuck I want, James. I'll fucking come in your kitchen. I'll come on your fucking art. I'll come wherever I want.
I will fucking come right on you. I will come like a fucking madman all over you, McBride.
Oh, I wish you would come on me right now. I fucking dare you to come on me.
Holy shit.
Both exchange masturbation gestures at each other. Grabbing baseball bat between his legs.
I'm gonna jack my dick so fucking hard in here.
This and no more, man. All over your fucking face.
All over your fucking floor, all over the fucking place. I'll fucking come wherever I want. I'll fucking come on these walls. I'll come on the fucking cabinets, on the fucking furniture. I'll come everywhere.
If I see your dick one more goddamn time, I'm gonna shoot it fucking off.
You don't have enough bullets, bitch.
Page 115 F 124.
This is the worst episode ever.
I'm enjoying myself.
I only realized halfway through that you were doing
Chris
James
Coward.
Stewart.
I know. We told him to do fucking what's his name, and he ended up on Jimmy Stewart.
Wait, who did you tell me to do? I thought you said Jimmy Stewart.
No, we said the British guy. Michael
Oh,
Caine.
I thought you said.
He was like,
fuck.
I was trying to make him be Michael Caine in my head, and I was like, he sounds so much like Jimmy Stewart.
Yeah, Jimmy Stewart.
I kept hearing the guy from Maine in fucking Pet Sematary.
So as we were doing these sketches and talking about voice acting and stuff, Wesley decided to experiment with some other voices of his. We started doing these made-up advertisements on our show, and Wesley decided to showcase the worst Kermit the Frog impersonation that's ever been done by anyone in all of history.
Do you have one in mind that you've met?
Yes, but I was
Okay.
gonna finish out.
I was going to anchor it because mine is really impressive. I'm not going to toot my own horn, but toot toot.
Wesley's is going to be like Jack Van Impe or something.
I have to take a second to think about it. So we're going to cut to commercial break. We'll be right back, folks.
The following is a very disturbing phone call that I got from Kermit the Frog, all the way from Hollywood, California. And you can tell it's him because it sounds just like him. I mean, you know, he sounds a little bit different. I think he's fallen upon some pretty hard times, and you know, maybe there's been drugs involved. I don't know what's going on, but this is a pretty shocking call. They're coming up with a desperate new series on Netflix, and I think that you all need to support them. We need to help these guys out because things don't look good for them. So take a listen to this phone call and please show them your support.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Kermit the Frog. This episode of the Lost Context podcast is brought to you by the Muppets 2018. The show beloved by children and adults alike for generations is coming to the streaming giant Netflix. Recently, we Muppets have had a rough time. We tried joining the Avengers movie, but Kevin Feige got handsy with Miss Piggy. #MeToo. And now, Trump is threatening to deport Swedish Chef. Show us some support and check out our new show, premiering on Netflix this fall. For the love of God, please watch our show. We need the money. If I can't pay my gambling debts, Nicolas Cage is gonna kill me and eat my legs.
So after he had taken on Kermit, and we already kind of knew that he could do Winnie the Pooh, that was pretty good. But then he decided to do his debut of Christopher Walken. Now, I know he did do Christopher Walken at some point, but I don't know if it was on the show or in a Facebook chat recording. I don't know. I can't find the clip. Maybe I just missed it when I was going through all the different episodes, but it doesn't matter. You don't have to feel cheated if you don't get to hear his Christopher Walken impression, because I assure you, the impersonation was nothing. It was absolutely nothing. It was just Wesley talking. It didn't even sound remotely like Christopher Walken at all. It was just nothing. It definitely does not have the same charm to it, does it? There's something about Sanders saying the 1%.
No, yeah, that's the thing.
Magic.
That's the thing. Like
Definitely
Obama has the whole "my fellow Americans" and you know that line, and then Bernie Sanders has the 1% of the 1% of the 1%. You know, so he like that. Those are the cues to go into those characters.
Yeah, there's something about that mumbly marble mouth 1% that just works. It's lost on Obama.
Well, I will tell one of you, all of you, that when I got my dandruff shampoo the other day, I looked on the ingredients, and 1% of it was selenium. We can't stand for this. We have to get rid of it.
Speaking of impressions, next week we're gonna debut my Christopher Walken impression.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, why wait?
Wesley,
please do it right now.
Wesley, I think after hearing your Kermit impression, you might want to reconsider this Walken impression.
I actually want to know what is stopping us from hearing it right now. Are you talking for a commercial?
I need to plan the script.
Are you trying to save it for your wedding night, kind of a deal? Like you know, like
didn't they already get married?
This is the Walken moment
Yes.
on the podcast.
I need to space this out. You know, I already gave the people the laughs that they craved for this episode. Next one, there'll be more.
Well, if you subscribe to the Patreon at the $10 or above tier, you can hear Wesley's Christopher Walken impression 2 weeks early. So,
as sad as it is, that might be the most motivating thing we've ever had on our Patreon page.
I will narrate your GPS in Christopher Walken's voice.
Christopher Walken here. You want to turn right on Martin Luther King Boulevard. Christopher Walken here, and I'm talking here. That was bad. That was awful.
You're from the East Coast, and you totally butchered that. If anyone could say it, it should be
No. I was trying to do Christopher Walken saying I'm walking. Because I can do, hey, I'm walking over here. But, like, you know, I was trying to do Christopher Walken saying that, and it just didn't come to fruition.
And I'm 100% leaving it in.
Well, I mean, I don't mind that. I mean, this show is supposed to be bad.
Can you give us a Trump impersonation, Cowart?
Me. Chris Cowart? No, I can't. I suck at Trump.
Okay, well, let's hear your best Christopher Walken.
Go for a ride in my taxi cab.
Is his better or is mine better?
Oh, it's way better than yours, Wesley. Like, it's
How
not even a
dare you.
competition.
How dare you?
Wesley, let's hear your best Christopher Cowart.
Oh, fuck.
Hey guys, I've got some dank Yornum nugs up here in Colorado. I'm a chill guy, and my hair is the color of well, I can't say an orange.
A dog's
orange is
dick.
the color.
Of pizza sauce.
You can stop now, Wesley. You can stop at any time. And here's my impression of Wesley. I hump cows all the. I don't know.
I got this big metal shocking rod.
Well, have you heard my Kermit impression?
Which one's that?
You wouldn't know it if you heard
Let's
it.
hear it.
Oh, it's equally good in comparison to his
everything.
Yeah.
Okay, but my Winnie the Pooh isn't half bad.
No,
that is your best one by far.
Well, you know.
Let's hear it. Hit us with the double one.
Okay, give me a second.
I want to hear Kermit and Winnie arguing.
Oh no, I can't transition that easily.
And that was the day Wesley's brain snapped.
Hello.
I need Winnie the Pooh
It's
on
Winnie the
PCP.
Pooh.
That is the only acceptable impression.
Because Wesley's character voices were so limited, he decided to go with Winnie the Pooh for our 2018 Christmas one-shot episode that Chris GM'd. The episode took place as we were already recording Fillmore's Crossing, and so Wesley had only ever played the role of Igmit. I don't think we were even playing TTRPGs with our friends in the Discord server yet, so I'm fairly certain this was the second character that Wesley had ever played in a TTRPG.
I'm concerned with what might be up ahead.
Don't you know there might be someone in the bushes?
Wesley, just always use that voice from now on. It is.
Oh yeah.
It is much prettier than the bird song that once filled the woods here.
I love you, Winnie the Dwarf.
Enter the doorway to the sporting goods place here.
All right, I shout to him. I'm like, "Help!" Wait, that isn't my Pooh voice.
That was good.
Please help.
Hold on, mate. I'm coming.
You have learned much, young one.
You'll find I'm full of surprises.
Your destiny lies with me, Skywalker. Obi-Wan knew this to be true. All too easy. Perhaps you are not as strong as the Emperor thought. Impressive. Most impressive. God damn it.
Keep going.
Sorry.
Obi-Wan has taught you well. You have controlled your fear. Now, release your anger.
Only your hatred.
Only your hatred. Read the goddamn names. Only your hatred can destroy me. You are beaten. It is useless to resist. Don't let yourself be destroyed as Obi-Wan did. escape. Don't make me destroy you. You do not yet realize your importance. You have only begun to discover your power. Join me, and I will complete your training. With our combined strength, we can end this destructive conflict and bring order to the galaxy.
It's my turn now.
To the 100-acre wood.
I'll never join you.
If you only knew the power of the dark side, Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father.
Bitch, you told me enough. You told me you killed him.
No, I am your father.
No, nah, it's not true. It's impossible.
Accept your feelings. You know it to be true.
No, no, no.
That was the scariest Winnie the Pooh I've ever heard.
Yeah.
You had me fucked up, dude. Scared as hell after that.
Nope,
second
that's
time
not true.
Yeah, coward. Nuh-uh.
Nuh-uh, you didn't say the magic word.
Poor Wes. Sorry, dude. I seen the gap and I was like, oh, must be my turn.
No, that was funny.
During Wesley's experimentation with his own voice, he did try another impersonation, and that was Michael Caine. Now, we'll get more context about this next thing later as we delve deeper into the history of Wesley's family, but all the info that's needed now is that Wesley's parents had separated at some point in his life, and in 2018, Wesley's father had passed away. So now, in this clip, Wesley's attempt to feature Michael Caine spun completely out of his control as we learned that Michael Caine and Wesley's mom were... well, you'll see.
Yes, Brian?
I heard a rumor that you are good friends with a famous person that many people will know, Michael Caine. Is that true?
I am.
You are?
It is true. Yes. He's actually having dinner with my mother right now in the next room.
Oh,
Holy
God.
Yeah.
Do you think that you could get him on the podcast?
Oh, no.
Let me go see. Yeah, we've been hosting
bring Mike
him.
in there so that way we can talk to your mom too.
Oh, no. My mother's
I'm way
very
more
young.
interested in that, actually. Fuck Michael Caine. Let's talk to Wesley's mom.
Wait, why is Michael Caine banging Wesley's mom?
Wesley's mom.
No, nobody said that. Oh, no.
I see how it is. Okay.
Oh.
Dude, Wesley, it's fine. I'm one of those kids who had a bunch of stepfathers too. And
Actually, having Michael Caine as a stepfather would, I mean, there'd be a lot of money in it, but, you know, I don't know how I
Your
feel about
stepdad
that.
is Alfie. That's pretty rad.
Well, in any case, I think you should go get him and put him on the show. We want to talk to him.
Okay, give me a second. Yo, Michael. I don't call him Mr. Caine.
It's the fact that you said yo,
Mike.
Yo, Michael. Hey, Mikey.
Hey, yo, Michael.
Hey, Big Mike.
Hello.
Oh shit, Michael
My
Caine.
name's Michael Caine.
Michael Caine's on the show, sort of. Everybody.
More like Michael Clark Duncan, but okay.
Tranquilizer dart before this.
This sounds like Michael Caine was. This sounds like Michael Caine was eaten by a whale.
Excuse
You're
me.
only supposed to blow the bloody doors off.
Michael.
Michael Caine. Mm-hmm.
Michael, how do you feel about your future son-in-law, or maybe just technically son, Wesley Sullivan?
Oh, I don't know. He's a big boy, and they eat way too much beef in this household.
This is really, really a good. This is on point.
Oi, my name is Michael Callan Allen. I'm the father of Jackson Callan Allen. I just want to say, some men just want to watch the world burn, Mr. Wayne.
Oh, well, my good friend Wesley Sullivan.
I'm turning into the Trump impersonation.
Trump with a stroke.
You are? Really? Because I thought you were just leaning further into the fact that you're running at half speed, like somebody slowed the record player down.
I failed. I failed you, Wesley. I failed you.
All right, he ran into the other room. He's embarrassed.
So Wesley, you were missing a couple of like really key things. So Michael Caine is very famous for his Cockney accent. So instead of failed, like with an L, it's failed. You know, you just the little touches, like, and then it's a lot less stuck in a whale.
Also, the big touches.
Yeah, that's
perhaps next month.
Also, any touches. It didn't touch it at all.
It didn't touch it
Well,
at all.
you know, he had the name right.
Well, in January or February, he might come back. You know, I think he had a stroke, and he'll be recouped by then, and he'll say hello.
Wesley, I have a question. Can you bring Michael Caine back on the show real quick so he can talk to Mark Wahlberg? Because I got Mark Wahlberg on the line. I just want them both to have a conversation with each
So
other.
hard to do the voice, Alex, and it's not even good.
What are you talking about?
Just do,
What voice?
just do the Winnie the Pooh.
Hello, I'm Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh's on the show, everybody.
Yes.
Hey, Winnie, how you doing? I saw you
Hi,
were in that
Marky
new Christopher
Mark.
Robin movie.
Yes, it was quite fun, wasn't it?
Yeah, got like a solid 50% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, well, it's okay. At least it wasn't a Transformers movie.
Hey, listen, motherfucker. I got so many awards that I've won over the years from The Fighter. Now, you might say Christian Bale won Best Supporting Actor and not me, but that's actually false. I corrected that with the Academy. So I just want you to know that.
Oh,
You know, I would
I
actually
see.
pay to watch Winnie the Decepticon.
I don't know what that means. Tim, how are you tonight?
Muted, that's how.
Oh, boo, Tim. Boo. Calvin, my good friend, my benefactor, how are you tonight?
Is Benefactor Winnie the Pooh's version of the N-word?
No. No, he's my homie.
It's like Winnie the Pooh and the Sopranos.
Oh, well, I best be going now. There's a pot
Yes.
of honey that I
Yes.
need to eat.
Hey,
You'd best be.
hey, Winnie the Pooh, can you go get Christopher Walken from the other room so I can go talk to him? I heard he's a really good actor,
no,
so I
he
just want to
isn't.
get some tips from him.
He isn't here tonight.
Where he at?
He's out on a date with Wesley's mother.
Wow.
Oh, so are you telling me Michael Caine and Christopher Walken both banging Wesley's mom?
Oh, they're on a date. I don't think there's any banging going on.
Right
She's that
about
kind
now.
of lady.
Gonna fuck Wesley's mother right about now.
I've never heard Winnie the Pooh say banging going on.
Bang his mother.
All
I
right,
may-
ta-ta for now.
Probably never will again.
Hey
Wesley's
guys,
mom's,
how was Winnie?
deep in the 100-acre wood right now.
They're not
Winnie the
banging.
Pooh was fucking wild in Wesley. You missed
Yeah?
it.
I see. You know, if he gets too much honey in him, he has like a diabetic crash.
They're not banging yet. It's all tatas for now.
Boo!
That was
fucking boo! What the fucking fuck, Brian? Are you fucking kidding me right now? Dude, oh wow. I have like pain in the side of my head from that fucking joke.
I don't care what you guys say. I liked that joke.
Boo!
But despite Wesley's limited voice portfolio, I'm still glad that he toughed it out and played TTRPGs with us.
So he conquered the material plane, and that was probably the most out there crazy thing, I guess, that happened in terms of scope. Is one of my players started conquering the abyss one layer at a time, and the other one conquered the entire material world.
Sean, if I may ask, so I'm relatively new to D&D. I mean, this campaign that Tim is running is really the first time I've played, and I'm still not very good at all. And I'm understanding it because I'm listening to D&D podcasts. But what's a quick explanation of the difference between D&D 5e and Pathfinder?
Okay, so basically my quick explanation is prior to the actual differences is if you want to be able to sit down and within an hour be able to play and have a fair understanding of what you're doing, having never played a game before, go with 5e. I'm not going to lie, it's a much simpler system. It goes quickly, it flows well. That's probably your best option. But if you like to get into intricate things, if you like crafting, because 5e doesn't have fucking crafting. If you like crafting, if you like intricacies, even if you don't like the math, there's ways to ignore it. If you've got a good DM.
Crafting what?
Anything. Any fucking thing. You have no idea the possibilities, my child.
I see.
I just gotta say, if you want to get killed by death itself within an hour, play Pathfinder.
That's run up to death and then lowball him.
This sounds intense, Sean. Like all of this specialty stuff. Like I'm just a idiot rancher that's learning 5e. So
you can learn it if you want to have an easier time about the two, just from a rawly mechanical standpoint. 5e is going to be simpler.
I see.
If you have a good DM or GM, if you want to get legal with it, with experience in either system, you might not have to learn a goddamn thing really, except roll a d20 and read off the sheet.
It also depends on how you get the most out of playing role-playing games.
Yeah,
I know some people that having your DM, add all of your numbers up and stuff wouldn't be acceptable for. But if that's something that's all right with you, oh, dude, you can play all sorts of games. The world is your oyster, basically, if that's the, you know what I mean?
You could run a whole, Dumb Rancher campaign.
That would be a fun gimmick for a campaign. Run one where everybody is, or where nobody's allowed to have an intelligence over 5.
No.
That sounds like
Farmer has an intelligence of 7.
That sounds like your GM is Marshall Kim. Marshall Kim. That's yet another character that Wesley does, playing the part of Kim Jong-un. But that's something we'll cover in a later, more racist episode. For now, I want to reflect on Wesley's voices throughout our time with him on the TTRPG podcast. I remember after Fillmore's Crossing had been running its course for a while, I went back and re-listened to it, and I started with the horrible prequel episodes, and then I finally reached the first official episode where Falk and Tom headed out west. Wesley was completely silent for the entire episode until his character was introduced, and I remember feeling a rush of joy and excitement when he speaks his first line on the show.
And then I turn to the orc and I'm like, I think we were supposed to meet you here.
Well. These are the city slickers they send me. Asking for wine in a pretty glass. How about that?
I mean, I did ask for the wine, but not exactly the pretty glass.
Well, I suppose we are supposed to meet. And we need to report to Sheriff Bill Clark here soon. And by the way, my name is Igmit. What are your names?
I'm Falk Smolda.
Falk.
Thomas DeWeese.
And you said your name was Ingot?
Igmut. Igmut. I slam my hand on the bar.
It vibrates quite a bit. Like, you know, the Igmut is a very strong creature, and so you see the entire bar shakes a little bit, and all of the tankards and stuff that are attached to the holding area above the bar also rattle around for a second before settling back in their place.
Well, bartender, get my friend Tom here some ale. We've got a long ride ahead of us. He needs to get something to drink.
I'll get right on it, Mr. Ingrid.
I adjust the buttons of my collar and don't say anything.
So, the FIA sent y'all out here?
Yeah, we heard that there was like some sort of weird curse or something that's been affecting the villages near here. Like every few days, one of them goes mad.
Wesley was very self-conscious about performing as Igmit, and you hear him huffing and sighing a lot in the first episode, feeling exasperated. And we tried to get him to lighten up and remember that we're all just here to have fun. It's not like there was anything real at stake. But that was just generally how Wesley was about things. He had a lot of anxiety in life, but as I'm sure you all know, he definitely did lighten up as the show went on, and he embraced and evolved into the character of Igmit. I can't know for sure, but in a way, I think playing Igmit was a bit therapeutic for him, because the person of Wesley in real life was often timid and overly polite and soft-spoken. But playing the character of Igmit, he was allowed to be rugged and powerful and fearless. And throughout the Fillmore's Crossing campaign, you can certainly hear the joy that it brought him to step into that role of Igmit Yazi. In fact, Wesley was so into playing Igmit that during our recording of Towel Service, his voice kept changing, and it usually changed back into Igmit.
So, you're a professional fighter, you say?
Damn right. But I changed my ways. You know, I got knocked in the noggin too much, you know, and had to kind of take it easy after. And I found religion, kind of, or like kind of found me. I've been hanging out at the Abbey. I became, you know, a man of the cloth, a monk. That's why I shaved my head in this stupid way.
Ah, fascinating. He turns to the wizard next to him and he says, "You, Mr. Bobo, was it?"
Professor Bobo.
Professor.
I laugh every time you say that name.
Apologies. What reason have you to make haste to this village?
Yes, there's academic conference I'm attending.
Fascinating. Sounds
No. That's a blatant lie. I'm going to an orgy.
Oh.
You recalled before when I said that there were few reasons to go to Philadelphia? Well, the orgies are one other reason. They're great in Philadelphia. I must admit myself. Great orgies. Top notch.
Well, I don't think we'll have any trouble getting there. I don't know.
Getting
honestly.
to the orgies? Are you accompanying us to the orgy?
To the town?
Wait, you guys are going to the orgy too?
Well, now that you mentioned it, if you could give me the time, I may be able to pen it in. How do you fellows think you would do in a fight? Of course, Mr. Champion Fighter, Mr. Block, I reckon that you would do quite well in a fight. But, you, Professor Bobo, you're a bit aged. I wonder, do you think you could take a man like me on in a fight?
I don't know. I mean, you're a bald motherfucker.
Right, so that's canon.
What just happened?
I don't know.
I don't know. I really. My throat
As he's Wesley's sick, by the way, and so is Tim. I've gotten everybody sick these last few weeks.
As he's talking
Even
about,
though we've never met in person.
I hate to try to correct you, Mr. Bobo. I know you might be smarter than me, but usually you want to, grab a burning thing by the non-burning end. It usually doesn't burn you as much.
Yeah, I don't really leave my library much, and this guy is just turning into Igmit. God damn it!
In part 2 of Towel Service at the Stepniak Manor, it had been a while since we recorded the first episode, and Wesley forgot that he was doing his deep voice, and so then he turned into a higher voiced gentleman.
Are you gentlemen okay with going upstairs?
Sure.
I mean, sure, I ain't afraid of anything like that, especially stairs.
Right.
I must say, though, I'm rather sore from the last orgy I went to, and I might need a little bit of help going up the stairs.
Orgy, sir. At least not yet. We should figure out what is going on with this butler, and then we can figure out what's going on with your butler, if you understand where I'm going.
But, despite this new character voice, he still found himself turning into Igmit.
Did you say 10?
It was a 10.
You super did not hit his armor class. He dodged out of the way. You failed.
Alright.
I wasn't speaking!
You're speaking now! Play my Igmit.
After we finished up Fillmore's Crossing, Wesley had a difficult time transitioning into the new campaign. I mean, Tim had specifically chosen a Wild West setting because he believed it would feel the most natural for Wesley, and now we were moving out of that. And aside from Tim, the rest of us weren't quite as experienced back then. We had transformed so fully into our Wild West characters, and we'd built up a decent fan base of listeners who also liked our characters. So naturally, the abrupt change was a challenge for everyone, as is always the case with these sorts of podcasts. But given Wesley's limited vocal portfolio, I think it was particularly challenging for him. In the last session we ever recorded with him, which was episode 0 of our Odyssey campaign, Wesley still hadn't settled on a voice or character.
Yeah, first to show up is going to be Wes. So why don't you introduce your character? Tell us a little bit about Dr. Dylan.
Well, I thought I had a voice. Now, I don't know.
We all know how that goes.
But I could do an Irish thing, but it makes no sense for his character background. So.
Well, then don't do it.
Yeah, that would be kind of weird.
I'm just gonna. Maybe I'll find one along the way. I don't know.
That's probably how it's gonna have to be.
You're in Florida, so if you want to do a southern accent, that's completely fine, and make it almost Igmit-like.
And that would just be Igmit again. Nah, cheating.
We're in Florida?
Yeah, hence why I said Cape Canaveral, Florida.
What? Ryan?
I didn't hear him say that. And even if I did, I wouldn't have known where that was.
Oh my god, Brian. It's where the space machines go to the Big Black.
Yeah.
So, Dylan Donahue, he's from Wisconsin, eh? and I'm going to insult all of Tim's people. You know, he's a relatively young man. He's a doctor for the Air Force, and he enjoys healing people. He's a little bit scared at times. For paying for his education, in return, he has to work for the Air Force for a certain amount of years as a physician.
2 questions. What's his favorite type of cheese and what's his favorite beer? Go.
I'm going to go with like a Havarti, and
that's a good answer.
He's a teetotaler, so they kicked him out.
No, he can't be a teetotaler. He's from Wisconsin.
That's why they kicked him out.
Lager? I don't know what lager means, but I know it's a beer.
Third question. What's his name?
Dylan Donahue.
And he's a doctor.
If he's from Wisconsin, you should call him Dylan Danansky.
Danansky. Give him a pull.
Yeah, dude, everybody's Polish or German around here.
All right, I'm fine with retconning that. Danansky.
Dope.
Dylan Divas the Muse. Triple D. Actually, quadruple D with the doctor.
It's true.
Please don't do that.
Despite how self-deprecating he was about his roleplay abilities, I don't think anyone would argue that Wesley absolutely made Fillmore's Crossing what it was, and it 100% would have been lacking without him. I'm going to save some of his finest moments for the end of this series since I don't want to end on the sad note of his passing, but we all know that Wesley had the best one-liners in the entire history of our podcast, and he was consistently the funniest of us all. His character of Igmit was a fan favorite. He himself was regularly cited as being people's favorite, and we all missed that damn high voice of his. So that's all for today's memories. When we next reflect, we will be having a look back at what a big boy he was. We'll see you all then.
Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord. He is trampling out the vintage where the grapes of wrath are stored. He hath loosed the fateful lightning of his terrible swift sword. His truth is marching on. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah, his truth is marching on. I have seen him in the watchfires of 100 circling camps. They have builded him an altar in the evening dews and damps. I can read his righteous sentence by the dim and flaring lamps. His day is marching on. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. His truth is marching on. I have read a fiery gospel written burnished rows of steel. As ye deal with my contemners, so with you my grace shall deal. Let the hero born of woman crush the serpent with his heel, since God is marching on. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Since God is marching on. He has sounded forth the trumpet that shall never call retreat. He is sifting out the hearts of men before his judgment seat. Oh, be swift, my soul, to answer him. Be jubilant, my feet, while God is marching on. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Our God is marching on. In the beauty of the lilies, Christ was born across the sea, with the glory in his bosom that transfigures you and me. As he died to make men holy, let us live to make men free, while God is marching on. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah, while God is marching on.